Disneyland was having fun with all the Disney characters, but you would be wrong. The best part of going to theme parks in Japan is doing the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, except it's the Wizarding World of Harry Potteru. And getting to spend time with Lon Reesry and Hermione Granger and drinking Butterbeer Ga Hushide Sonagashimasu, that's how you have a good time.
TJ, we went live.
Yeah.
You always forget.
Yeah. Well,
Welcome.
Fun is fun.
No idea what that's like.
Welcome everybody to Sawdust Talk episode 121, and we are joined with, ironically, another podcast called the Jointery Podcast. You may have heard of them. We've had some battles back and forth, but we have joined forces tonight because we have exciting stuff to talk about. We have Luke from Luke in the Garage. We have Ben from Condorosa Creations. I am Jesse of Building Jesse, and above me here is TJ of TJT Workshop. And TJ is going to talk to you a little bit about our sponsors.
Yeah, so we need to thank Scott over at George Supply Co. He's been with us since episode 4. Scott helps makers in the maker community put together little micro websites. So if you can get somebody to design a logo for you and you want to put it on a cup, pair of flip-flops, a t-shirt, what have you, he will actually build the entire microsite and help manage the purchase, the pick, pack, and ship and delivery to your friends and followers. So that's Scott over at George Supply Co. And then we're going to talk a whole lot about Surf Prep this evening, but we do need to take a minute to thank Hannah from over at Surf Prep, because Surf Prep sanders will get your wood nice and smooth.
Is that their tagline?
It is today. But yeah, the sanders are great. The abrasives are wonderful. I've spent the last month singing the praises of their concept for a drywall sanding hoop that is universal amongst drywall sanders. It is a really smart approach to solving a dusty situation.
Sawdust Talk.
A dusty situation.
We are professionals. I don't know if you knew this or not.
We are professionals.
My wife,
no, Debbie's asking me, where is this live? She's came out here like, aren't you on a live? I'm like, yeah, it's on Instagram. She's like, I can't find it.
It just went live. Went live.
It just went live. We have a Sawdust Talk coupon code, Jesse. It's
we do. It's Sawdust Talk
10. Oh, it's just
nope. It's just Sawdust Talk.
Oh, that's super easy. Yeah, coupon code Sawdust Talk to save some money on your purchases, for which we will get a kickback, and it will help us grow the strength and vim and vigor of this podcast live, whatever this nonsense is, as it moves along.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Have you guys thought of coming up with a combo name for the pod? Because it's a podcast and a live. So is there a name for that yet? Could you do both?
I don't know. A breathing simulcast.
Live and dusty.
We'll have to photo or workshop it.
Digital golem. I don't know.
So this is actually interesting because you guys run your podcast as well. Do you guys stream live or do you pre-record?
You're the one who does all the work. I should let you talk about it.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. I record everything
on the internet.
We use Zencaster and we pre-record usually on the weekends, and then we put it out at the beginning of the week. And we used to put them out on Fridays, but that got messed up, and so now we do it kind of on Mondays, the beginning of the week, which people seem to like because this gives them the whole week to. We call ourselves. We like to think of ourselves as commute killers. So it gives people stuff during the week to kill their commute with. So, but yeah, we don't do live anything with this thing. He can't be trusted to be live. You guys are crazy right now.
Hey, this is his third visit. He knows how to behave, or at least he lied to us and told us he would.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
I was pre-warned that Luke would not be on his best behavior tonight. So What happens, it is what it is.
I
Welcome to
barely
Yeah.
have my shit together on a regular basis, and you get me after bedtime. It's on now.
Those are our favorite episodes to record, though. Every once in a while, we get to do a jointery after dark episode where it lines up where we have to record at night, and usually those are
Well, it all started with the taco run, so
yeah, that's where it all began. It all started.
Aren't you guys neighbors?
yeah, I'm in Chicago.
Oh,
He's in California.
That's right next to each other.
Who's neighbors with Daniel?
Daniel Dunlap.
Nick Brim lives near him. Otherwise, nobody.
David and I live near each other from
Oh, David. Yes.
yeah,
David.
yeah, D Miller, David. Yeah, we live like 45 minutes from each other.
Okay.
But that's only because in California everything takes forever to get. Like, we're really only probably, if there was no traffic, I'd probably get to his house in like 20 minutes. But with traffic everywhere here, yeah. So, anyways, yes, I live close to him. Me and Luke met via Instagram or the Stoop or
No, it was Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. That's right, Clubhouse. That's where it was.
Yeah, we started sidebarring all the time because everyone else was ridiculous.
That's right. Now I remember. That's hilarious, dude.
I was like, these people are talking about stupid ass shit. Sidebar.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it just went from there. Our conversations were just like, he just had me rolling like all the time. Like, I would just be like dying, and I was like, dude, this needs I know this sounds egotistical and crazy, but I think people would listen to our conversations. There's like we're both just dying over here laughing all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's hilarious, and the stories like that we were telling each other were like so funny. And we had no interest in doing a woodworking podcast because that's not for us. And so we thought, look, everybody else is doing woodworking podcasts. Let's do something a little different. And yeah, man, and that's why we've had moderate success in.
we're getting it out of it what we put into it, so it's been great.
The amount of work that we put into coming to this podcast that we're not even on regularly is not our podcast. That's the exact same amount of work we put in the day of our podcast. So it's it just comes together naturally.
There you go.
We're also the king of not fulfilling what we promised. So it's
great. Hey, that's not true. That's not true.
I mean, the shirts are coming soon, guys.
If you guys don't jump in, we're gonna just keep talking because
I know. I'm like TJ. We need a TJ rant.
No, I think this stuff is going majestic. Are you kidding me? I live for these moments. No, I do. I kind of have a couple of actually, project related questions if you guys want to talk about that kind of stuff. But
sure.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is just your softball. But what are you guys working on right now?
I just shipped out today. I just literally just got back like a half hour ago from taking 7 trophies that I make. I'm now in the trophy business. I make poker trophies for a company called Atlas or Poker Atlas. They do poker tournaments all around the country at big casinos, and they commissioned me to make their final table like champion trophies. So they're stack of cherry, like a base of stack, 3-tiered stack of cherry that kind of is like tiered. It looks kind of like a mountainside kind of. And then the Atlas trophy, Atlas is the guy who's holding up the world. So he is kneeling on like what looks like a piece of bedrock or whatever, and he's holding up the trophy or holding up the globe. And so then I mount that on top of the tiered cherry base, and it makes a nice looking trophy. So I'm working on those. I just finished a batch of those, and I'm basically doing those monthly now for this company. They have pretty much a tournament every month. So that's what I'm doing. And then I haven't made a cutting board in a while, but I also do that.
Do you miss it?
I do honestly a little bit. Like not so much just making the rectangle normal cutting boards that everybody likes to buy. I like to make the kind of wacky charcuterie board things that are a little different, like different shapes and handles and stuff like that. That's like I prefer, but they don't sell as well, So anyways, enough about me. Luke, what are you working on?
I'm working on 4 different 3D printing designs right now, and like a bunch of big 3D printing projects. So it's I'm working on I'm making I just got this new bamboo 3D printer, and it's an A1 printer. It's real nice, and but if you're familiar at all with it, it shoots out bits of plastic called poop all over the place. So I'm coming up with the dumbest solution I can possibly come up with to mitigate that. That's Ben knows. Is usually I come up with the dumbest idea, and it's like mostly dumb, but a little bit smart, right? So you know the construction buildings that got that chute that goes down inside the garbage chute.
Yes.
I'm building a poop chute, so that when it shoots off the machine, hopefully it falls in the funnel and ends up in your garbage can.
That's like it's like mobile, right? It's like on hinges.
Yeah, it hinges a little bit. Yeah. So, but if it works, then I'm gonna make a desktop version. So like if you're sitting at your desk and you want to throw like little things away, you can just drop them down your garbage chute.
That's awesome.
I don't know that and other equally stupid things like a Lego desktop organizing system all around this other dude's designs for Lego minifigs that are like 9 inches tall. So I love printing those things. So there's nowhere to put them. So.
Yeah, and a little over a year ago when you were doing the maker challenge of some sort, you and Dave, he said with a question mark, did the track saw hingey clampy.
Yeah, the MFBJ.
The MFBJ.
Yes, the MFBJ. That's right.
Yeah, it's the multifunction bench jig. So
yeah, MFBJ.
It's MFBJ. So it is still a popular item. People love that thing. So it comes up regularly.
I had a friend just this week ask me about it. It's funny that we haven't talked about it in months and months and months, and then my friend asked me about it, and now we're talking about it here. It's coming back.
And I think in every maker challenge I've done, there's been something penis related, except for the TIE Fighter. So
I'm sure you hid one on there somewhere, right?
I can't disrespect Star Wars like that. I got standards. Okay, I can't disrespect. Star Wars is sacred to me, so I can't go fucking with that. But
do you know about how many downloads the MFBJ gets in a month or in a quarter?
It's had like over, I don't know, I'm guessing over 200 downloads, maybe. So
that's awesome, dude.
Solid.
And I never promote it ever. So no. So never. Like this is the first time the words have come out of my mouth in over a year. So
I would have put money on that you didn't remember the name. If I would have said it, you probably would have forgotten it. It's been so long.
I probably would.
Paul,
it's like when people are like, "Hey, you remember that thing you told me that changed my life?" And I'm like, "No." I don't even remember the conversation. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We've had numerous conversations between me and Luke about people who have hit him up and said, "Hey, remember that thing you said on the podcast last week?" And he's like, "Nope." It's like as soon as I hit stop on the recording, it's like everything just goes right out the window. It's pretty funny.
I can't even tell you the topics from last week. And it was 2 days ago.
I know.
This is why we love Luke.
He's the man.
Because he's just Luke. You can't, there's no faking it. It's just like, nope, this is me. This is who I am. Take it or leave it.
Look, I own it at least, you know? Like, I know I'm an idiot and I'm not easy to work with, but at least I own it. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I'm not. So.
All right, we're 15 minutes into this thing, guys. Should we talk about what we're here to talk about?
Surf prep. I said it first.
There you go.
Or else, literally, this will keep going and going.
Luke just got a gold star for his star chart because he was the first person to say surf prep.
Hey!
And disregard the comments. Please disregard the comment on the screen from
Gives
Paul.
Warm hugs and touches.
That's
probably in his wood shop.
That is completely, unbelievably incorrect.
That is a mixed bag right there.
Yeah, I mean, we were all young and in college once. Like,
Paul was here just a couple weeks, or just last week. So I didn't think I touched him inappropriately, but maybe I did.
My chat's not loading, but anyways, so yes. Hi guys. We got together and joined forces because the Joinery Podcast is working with Surf Prep Sanding to host a wonderful event this weekend in Lake Elsinore, California.
Yep. Nailed it.
Yes.
Thank you. I was told that I said it wrong last time, so I was very careful of how I said it.
Oh.
Yes, Lake Elsinore this Saturday from 11 to 3 at the Surf Prep headquarters. And it's going to be amazing. For me,
really is.
Because I am West Coast and I don't enjoy flying for 5 or 6 hours to get to my friends. So having a short little like hop, skippity jump down to California for a maker meetup is making me really excited.
Where are you at? Where are you at located? Where are you located?
I am about as northwest Washington as you can get without being in Canada.
Oh, wow.
Like I could probably throw a rock in Canada. I mean, not really, but
you got a good arm.
Yeah.
I wonder what the Canadian border is like versus the TJ border. I bet you they're similar.
It's just the one guy.
It's just the one guy.
It's just Carl sitting on the back of the moose.
Yeah, no,
You know
the
what I
whole
mean?
border. It's just one guy.
Just Carl. He's just there. That's cool. Washington.
Yeah.
I love Washington.
So the maker meetup, right? That's what we're talking about.
We're talking about the maker.
I was just
Why
curious.
am I-
She said she was from one of the West Coast, and I haven't heard where she's from yet. So I was just curious.
Yeah.
Well, she told you, let's move back to the thing. Why do I got to be the one keeping this together? This is not how it's supposed to go.
I was just saying. I was just curious.
You are the glue that binds us. That's why you're here.
Yeah.
This would fall apart without me.
Look, I'm
saying.
excited. I'm excited about this about this event. It's going to be great. I'm so excited you're going to be there, Jesse. I really wish Luke was going to be there. Unfortunately, he's not. But that the cat's out the bag. But yeah, dude, it's gonna be so much fun. There's gonna be tacos. There's gonna be DJ. There's gonna be so many good people there representing their brands. General Finish is putting up a booth. Who's the sprayer? Apollo Sprayers. They're gonna be there spraying, and dude, it's gonna be awesome. Dude.
Is it DJ?
Yeah, I said that.
Did you say? You said tacos, right?
I said tacos too. Yeah.
Did you mention the DJ?
I did. The DJ's going to be there.
And did you say there's going to be tacos or like food tacos?
Tacos. Yes, definitely tacos.
That's important.
There's gonna be tacos, drinks. There's gonna be
booze.
What Hannah said was over $8,000 worth of giveaways. So
that went up.
You show up and leave with something.
Yeah.
So one of the big prizes that we got was a Harvey dust collector system.
Holy poop.
Yeah, they're giving you one of the big boys, and the raffle tickets are $10 for one, and then it goes up. You know, we have groupings of pairings of you pay this much, you get this many tickets and whatnot. We have a whole thing, but can you imagine you win a $2,500 dust collector and you drop in one ticket? All you need to do is $10. Boom, drop it in there, and you have a chance. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that thing sucks hard.
Yeah,
it really does. You could suck a log through a garden hose with that thing. It's crazy.
It's gonna be awesome. And Hannah and her family, Skylar and Mary, her parents are, the owners of the company, and the fact that they are hosting this for a second time, and putting out all this money for all the stuff that they're putting out, it just shows you how much they love this community and how much they really want to bring people together. I remember when I first approached her, 2.5, 3 years ago about this event, and we started talking about it and started planning it and started, coming up with the plan, and just the simple fact that they were like so excited to do it. You know what I mean? Like she had already wanted to do it, and then me coming to her and saying, "Hey, we should do this thing," and our podcast, we'd love to be a part of it, and then she just jumped at the idea and has just been so amazing. And it's, you guys know Hannah. I mean, she's the best, dude. She's the best.
So yes, Hannah is the best. Her family is the best. We adore them. it's kind of fun to like see this full circle with you guys here too, and the fact that you helped with this event because Sawdust Talk has partnered with Surf Prep and Makers for St. Jude, which is the other big reason why we are having this maker meetup.
Exactly.
So Mike over at Woodworker versus Cancer started Makers for St. Jude. And as of now, this year alone, we've raised over $14,000.
So awesome.
Just from the spring challenge. And we have some crazy exciting stuff coming up this fall, which I'm not allowed to talk about yet. But
oh, tell us something, just a little bit.
But I will say there's some.
You tell me, I'll forget it. I'm horrible at that kind of thing.
I know. There is a couple of very, very exciting prizes that will be raffled off in the fall challenge
for the people who are involved, like for the makers who get involved with it.
Yep.
Because isn't that what happened? Like you got the makers involved, and then at the end of it, the makers get put into a raffle for the prizes. I'm trying to remember what I've heard about it. So
yes. So we had I wish I knew the number. There was a lot though. The makers would run a raffle for a product or an item, raise some money, do their raffle. All that money goes to St. Jude. Awesome. And then we had, I think, 22 sponsors for the spring challenge. And I don't know that we even had 22 makers. So somebody might win more than one prize for the spring challenge, which is kind of cool. But I encourage people to look into it and, use your craft. Luke, 3D print something. I mean, raffle it away. Win a prize.
I realize how much Ben knows. I obsess about these designs I come with, but I don't just slap them together and I'm like good enough. I'm usually hold on to them like I'm hoarding them, and I just tinker with them for years. It's stupid. So I'll do it. I'll compete.
Yeah, well,
it's not
super easy. I did one for my mom last week, which was pretty cool. I learned how to cross promote things on multiple platforms also this week, which was surprisingly straightforward once somebody pointed out exactly where to click. But yeah, she made a quilt. I don't know if you guys have seen it on the Makers for St. Jude, and I've been pumping it in my stories a little bit, but she's raised $570 with this quilt.
That's awesome.
Which is super cool, and it's gorgeous, and it's 82 by 82 inches. And if you want to snuggle up under a wonderful quilt, you should go check out.
That's taller than me.
Yeah, no, it fits beautifully on a queen size bed. It's gorgeous.
Wait, you know how tall you are in inches?
Yeah, bro. Anybody over 6 foot knows how tall they are in inches because
Oh, well, good for you.
We all feel good about being taller than 6 feet. So we're like, we learned the number. We're like, 72 and a half inches. That's fucking huge.
But yeah, driving people to your fundraising page if you want to participate in the fall challenge when that starts is super straightforward. Reach out to me or Mike or Hannah or anybody, Jesse also, and we'll get you streamlined and get you set up and hold your hand because childhood cancer is lame at and all sides, and St. Jude Charities help take the sting out of all of the procedures, all of the travel, all of the housing. It's really, really great.
TJ, I think you could go a little stronger on your negativity of childhood cancer.
Yeah, it's awful.
Let's hear you go stronger on that. It's lame.
Nobody likes childhood cancer. St. Jude does something about it.
That's awesome. That's so cool, man. It's such a great thing. I saw the post yesterday. Was it that was all the people who were winning, all the makers who were winning a prize and stuff? Looks like some great stuff, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna definitely get involved in the fall. You guys heard it here first. Now you got to keep me to it. Hold me to it.
What are you gonna make?
You want a poker trophy? You want a poker trophy? No,
wait, is it themed?
It's not themed. No, you can literally do anything you want to do.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll make, but I'll make something. I got some skills
for my toilet.
I got a little bit of skills over here on this side of the table. I'll see what I can come up with.
I actually I feel like there's probably a lot of makers that feel the same way I did with this, because I was like, I'm granted I have been involved in helping people, get connected with Mike or showing them how to, get their raffle started and things like that. So I feel like I invested a lot of my time into it, but there's still a part of me that was like, my stuff's not good enough. Like, I don't know what I would even make, and it sucks, but it has been so cool to see people just do a piece that they love. And ironically, I did pitch in on some of these raffles because I was like, that's freaking cool. I want that. I want that in my and I have a piece of art coming to my house, not because I want it, but because the beard won it. Which I was so like, he came home and he's like, oh my God, you gotta see this. And
What did he win?
It was the lion that Ash made.
Oh yeah.
The lion. She scrolled like, I don't know, 500 pieces, and like shaped every single one, hand painted some of them, sprayed. It's gorgeous. And I entered that raffle, and the beard won it. But I'm like, I don't care. It's coming to my house.
I was gonna say it's coming to you anyway. So.
I was like, I'm gonna pee my pants. I'm so excited right now.
That's awesome.
It was great.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I guess I would be a little. I mean, I guess I feel you, Jesse. I'd be like, what if my thing only got like $20 bid or something? You know what I mean? I'd feel kind of crappy, but whatever. $20 is $20 towards kids' cancer. You know what I mean?
There
Fighting
you go.
kids' cancer.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
You can't look. You're the fact that anybody's paying for something that you make is an incredible honor as it is.
Yeah.
Either if they're doing it because they like you or they're doing it because that they think it's good. It doesn't matter if it's 2 people or 200 people. It's still, look, you put your heart into it. People like it, cool. If they don't, whatever. It's not going to stop you from making shit. So
nah.
This is true.
So yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited, and we're really pumped that this weekend, Saturday, with all this stuff we're raffling off, we're hoping to raise, as much as we can for St. Jude. Actually, Luke created a QR code sign that I'm 3D printing. I've already done 2. I've done 3 now. Luke I'm on it.
It's a short print, right?
2 hours 12 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so we're gonna have those posted all around the event. So you just have to walk up, scan the QR code, and you can just donate directly to St. Jude right there. Bam. And that's the way we're gonna run the raffle as well. You're just basically gonna donate and then come show us how much you donated, and that's how many raffle tickets you're gonna get. You know what I mean? So because we're not taking money from people and doing all that nonsense. It's just everything's gonna go.
We did that
straight.
last year. It was a mess.
It was a mess. So, and this time we want everything, and not that everything didn't go to, because we did Katz Moses's Workers for Disability for the last time we did this event. And we raised a bunch of money for that. I think over $6,000 or $7,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was with 75 people there, maybe.
And we did not have half the prizes we have this year.
No. So this time we're hoping with the, mass amount of people who are going to show up this year, because Jesse's going to be there and AWP is going to be there and all these awesome podcasters are going to be there, and it's for a great cause and stuff. We're hoping
Kamani is going to be there.
Kamani,
standing in. He's going to be playing the role of me. It's going to be great. He's covering for me, so I appreciate that, Kamani.
We're hoping to raise a ton of money.
Former Sawdust Talker is bringing his squad down there also. So
yeah. Senka will be there.
Yep. It'll be.
Every time you say that, dude, I'm like, what? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that shit's funny. I'm the king of yeah. Hey, sorry.
Are we gonna brawl when we get there? We'll just all be like,
look, you, Jesse, or now that we're cool. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'll leave you. But Mayo, the Polish Retriever, and Senka, they're going down.
Yeah,
they are going down.
Wait, hold on. Was I not cool before?
No, I'm just kidding around. You are cool.
You've been cool since
You've
the
been-
day I found out who you were.
Yeah,
I wear your
yeah.
fucking shirt all the time, dude. I love you.
that. I see
So-
that.
I don't have a shirt.
And
Where's
I
my
use-
shirt? I would rock a shirt.
I use the Beard's regiment every day. The one that you gave me
Can you-
every single day since you told me, and I've had no problems.
Wait, what's
Can
the
you explain
regiment?
this to people?
What's the regiment?
So the Beard has a regiment, right? He's got a gorgeous beard. I mean, it's undeniable. So I was having issues where I was getting like flaking. So anytime I wore like a dark colored shirt, it looked like I came in from the snow.
Got
and
it.
I was having to do this shit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I hit Jessie up and I was like, hey, tell me the secrets. And she's like, buy this shampoo, buy this conditioner, and the second you get out of the shower, put some coconut oil on it, and you'll be fine. And like every day, my beard smells like fresh coconut, and it's
Ooh.
delicious and no flakes.
I need some coconut oil. I
I
don't
look.
get
I don't take much care of my body, but my beard and my hair are usually on point. So
I say you do have a nice beard, man. It looks fabulous.
I know. I pay a lot for
Yeah.
this fucking beard. It better look
Yeah.
nice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
The funny thing is that Luke's like, Jesse, you need to tell me what the beard does. Like, how did he do this? And I was like, this is too much to text. So I was like, can you please explain to Luke how you take care of your beard? And I just put it on a voice message, and he was like, okay, so here's what you do. Dun, 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 dun,
I was
dun.
hoping it was going to be a video message. Like he actually took him into the bathroom and like gave him the full like. Don't mind.
I'll
Don't
be
mind
real.
that.
I was wondering what the beard was actually doing while I was listening to it. So I had to listen to it a few times because I was like, is it like draped over his shoulder? I'm like, is it like braided today? Is he going with beard tails? I don't know. It could be like anything. You know,
He usually does like the
a
like,
beard bun.
it and then like does like this little like bun thing. That's how he keeps it out of the way.
Beard bun.
I mean, yeah. Have you ever seen him clean shaven?
Only pictures that his mother has shown me.
Oh, so he's always had it since you knew him. You
Yeah,
met
but
him
it
with
was-
it?
I met him when it was like halfway down his stomach, which his torso is really freaking long, so that's not saying a whole lot. But I've actually trimmed it since we've been together because he gets mad when he gets in his truck and sits on it. And
Oh
pulls.
yeah, of course. That would bug me
Oh.
too.
He's like,
Wait.
"Eh, I need to trim
His
some off.
beard is so long that when he has a long torso and he gets in his truck, he sits on his beard.
Mhm.
Does he have to like throw it over his shoulder while
I was
he's
just
pooping?
about to say. Does this move happen a lot with him?
Yeah, like
Mhm.
you know.
This is why he puts it in like the little knot thingy.
Yeah.
He's gonna love this. He's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, you were talking about me so much." So Ben, you get to meet him because he is.
Oh, he's coming.
He is making his maker debut. I've never brought him to a maker before, so the beard will be in California. So we fly out tomorrow down to San Diego, and we will be
Nice.
there all weekend.
Are you staying in San Diego?
Yeah, we're gonna stay in San Diego. We'll
Okay,
just
no, that's
drive.
smart. No, that's smart. Some people, I heard like some of the guys are staying in like Laguna Beach and Newport Beach. I'm like, what's up? Like, you guys are gonna be in traffic the whole time you're here. Like, what are you doing driving like that far? Anyways,
So
Dude,
he,
Dude, his beard is gonna not only dunk on Dave Miller's beard, but like posterize it.
Dave,
Like it'll be a photo of his beard wrestling Dave Miller's beard to the ground.
I'm telling you guys, this is why I'm like, I don't know if I can bring you to a maker event because I don't want your beard to be more popular than me. It's not.
He can
fair.
never use a table saw, bro.
maybe don't call him the Beard and give him an actual name because the Beard just sounds cool. You know what I mean? He's the Beard. He's like, you already gave
Does
him.
he ever have to tuck it in his shirt?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder
no,
how that
see,
feels.
everybody thinks
Imagine.
that Robert has a beard, but that beard has a Robert. And
when he tucks it into his shirt, does it start commingling with his chest hair and just like all going together?
It's got to be like stuffing a cat down your shirt. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what I'm wondering.
It's got volume, man. It's not like it can't. It's gonna disappear, man.
It's almost it's almost like he has a beard ascot. I'm assuming when he does that. You know what I mean? It's like kind of puffed out around the collar.
Dude, he can wrap it around his neck and then tie it off, dude. You know what I mean?
Don't do that.
He can audio fixate himself, man.
Oh my god, I don't know if he's watching this right now live or not, but he's gonna die.
It's an awesome beard. I'm just telling
the beard's
you.
got a mind of his own. It slices his apples for him before he eats it, and just like.
I picture he's like Doc
I cannot hype it
right?
up to a level that will appreciate what that beard is like. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying this better be a fucking majestic beard, because if I see this beard on Saturday and it's just a typical beard, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Dude, do you like how my beard looks? It's because I use the baby version regimen that he uses.
How much?
Like if I use like his travel regimen. You know what I'm saying?
Coconut oil is this guy using per night? Do
All
you guys
of
have
it, dude.
vats of it in the backyard? Like what's going on?
Dude, they own stock in coconut oil companies, man.
Just walk up and like dip his whole beard in and pull it out. Is that how it works? Like, how does this work? I picture like how Lucas at Man-Made has the vat of Evaporust in his garage. That's what I kind of picture this
He's got a 50-gallon drum, and he just leans for
leans over it, dips it in,
pump,
whips it out, kind of wraps.
Dude, he has
around,
to buy that shit on Alibaba. It's like a car payment, man.
Can he whip it like one whip and it goes around his neck like a scarf?
Dude, if he wet it enough, hell yeah, dude. You know what I mean? Dude, he could tie one of those knives to the bottom of it, and he would be deadly. You know what I mean? Like you know the movies where the girl's got like the long ponytail with the knife on the end. He could do it and look at you while he attacks you because it's in the front.
Have you guys ever listened to our podcast?
My stomach hurts right now from laughing.
Oh God!
I will say.
So pissed I'm not gonna see the beard.
I know. Well, you know what? You're not going anywhere, Luke. You're stuck with me.
Is it long enough that I
meet
can?
Him eventually.
Is it long enough that I can stand next to him and wrap it around my shoulders and like take a picture with it? Oh, fucking, we're doing that shit.
It's gonna look like you have an anaconda around your, like a big fat snake around your neck, except it's made of beard.
We're doing this.
Yeah.
Although I don't want David to get jealous that I'm hanging out with somebody else's beard.
It's actually really soft too. Anyways, enough about the beard.
That's why I'm like, if you stuff it in your shirt, it's gotta feel like a fur baby in there. Like you just stuffed a squishmallow down your shirt. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And the squishmallow name is Beardo.
Okay, so I actually talked to TJ a few weeks ago, and I was like, "Hey, we should have the beard on the podcast."
Oh yeah,
because I feel like what you're saying is like people don't really know who he is. I didn't give him the name The Beard. That was other people that gave him that name because they didn't know his name. And I did that because anonymity, and he wasn't big on social media at that point, so I didn't want to like out him to everybody. But yeah, so I think we're gonna have him on the podcast here in a few weeks, and you guys can be in the chat and ask all the questions you want.
Yeah, but before he comes on, are you just gonna get like the Aquanet and the teasing comb out, and he's gonna show up with an afro hanging from his chin?
I think you should clip this part of the podcast and use that as the promo for him coming on the podcast.
I could do that.
Is his name? You said his name's Robert?
Yeah.
Okay.
You will meet him.
Yes. Revered though.
I'm so fucking jealous.
He's a good fellow.
You guys are jealous. I'm 42 years old and I can't grow a mustache. This is like it's been a while since I shaved. Like puberty is going to be awesome when it hits. I'm going to wear 10 shoes. I'm going to be 5'10" 9. It's gonna be awesome.
Can you grow like anything on the sides at all?
I mean, no. Like it exists, but it takes like it would take me 6 months to get to where you are, Luke.
I know, dude,
Really?
that's crazy.
Yeah. And by the time it would start like blowing in the wind and it comes in all white trashy like that, like I can't. No,
Look, it's you know,
kind of like a
not
mullet.
everybody
It's like
is-
business here and then pleasure here, and it no.
You could only grow a neck beard. Is that what you're saying?
Barely, yeah.
Oh, the neck beard's so gross.
Where do we go after this? Let's
What are you guys making? Maybe we should ask that.
yeah, what are you
Can we
guys
just-
doing?
Yeah, so I have a hollow form in the works on the lathe. I got a couple of
What?
pieces, a hollow form. So you guys know I'm a turner, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
not.
I know that, but I
Yes.
don't know what a hollow form is.
So
Is that
it's like
bowl?
it's like a bowl with a top and a tiny hole on top of it, or like a vase.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I got a piece of hackberry that came down in a storm a few
Ooh,
months ago,
nice.
and it's been sitting in a pile of dried leaves spalting underneath my trailer in the driveway. And so
that's one of the countryest things I've ever heard anybody say.
I'm in St. Louis, man. Like I'm 45 minutes away.
I was just in St. Louis.
Well, you should have said
You
something.
know what
I would have sent
podcast
you to my
you're on?
brewery.
I had no idea. Dude, I can't believe how empty St. Louis is at night.
Yeah, for a handful of reasons that get covered on the news frequently. But you know,
I'm from Chicago. I don't get that portion of the news.
yeah,
So
yeah. Well, you guys have your own stories to tell.
I was like, shit, I can walk into any restaurant. This is amazing. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
pretty much.
parking in front. I'm like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was like a
You stayed
Wednesday or
downtown for the
Thursday
most
night.
part?
Right by the city museum.
Yeah, fun place to go. Did you take the
That
Munchkins?
place. Not this time, but we've been there before. We did it, and that place is like if I mean it is, that place is definitely on something, man. It is amazing.
Yeah,
So,
it is. It is.
I don't know how to describe
real
that
event.
place. It's
It is a sculpture that you can explore,
yeah, basically.
but it's made
It's-
out of reclaimed materials.
It's like set in the same universe that David Bowie's movies were in.
Yes,
So-
exactly. But yeah, next time you're in downtown St. Louis, let me know. I'll
like the labyrinth. I
I'll
don't
call the
understand.
brewery and I'll have them
Basically.
give you some free beers.
Basically,
Sorry, TJ. I couldn't help myself. He said David Bowie movie. And the only David Bowie movie I can think of is the Labyrinth. That's like a
But
basically.
that's not far off.
No, dude, this is like the
Yeah,
big
and the
ass whale. You
probability of
walk
you
into it.
encountering a Muppet, pretty high.
Yeah. Dude, they got this one thing there where it's like they wrap chicken wire into the shape of a tube, okay? And you are like 100 feet off the ground and you crawl through this chicken wire tube like over the span of like 100 feet, maybe?
Yep.
And there's nothing underneath you, right?
Yep.
And people can't wait to climb through this fucking thing.
Yes.
Can I make a,
No, I
a
think
guess?
that building is about 12 or 13 stories, and they put a little.
Dude, it's flexing
Ferris
a little.
wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I make a guess that you did not go in this thing, Luke?
Hard pass. Dude, no. I already assume I'm gonna die in a really dumb way, so there's no need to tempt that, right? Like I don't need to tempt that.
Absolutely.
So funny.
But no, next time you're in St. Louis, you have to stop by my brewery. It's downtown by the Anheuser Brewery.
Okay.
It's called Blue Wood. It's like blue balls, but and
I got
Is
you.
it your brewery?
yeah, I'm one of 4 owners.
Shut.
So
wait,
how often
seriously?
do people ask you about the blue balls thing?
Oh, not often at all because they get distracted by Blue Wood.
Got
Wait,
it.
you own a brewery? That's so cool.
Yeah, well, we opened 6 months before the pandemic hit, so the last 4 years have been long.
Well, yeah, it's been rough. I get that. That makes it tough. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
cool though.
no, the last 4 years. have
St.
been-
Louis is a great town, though, man. I love it.
Yeah, no, I have visited other places, but I want to continue living here. I like it very much.
That's neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, No.
So you're turning something with a hollow.
Yeah,
you were
a
saying?
hollow form. Yeah, so I've got a beautiful spalted hackberry crotch piece. So it'll have a tiny vase opening on the top, and it'll
Fucking
be
Luke. Come on,
bonus.
man.
But where
What kind of piece was it? I missed that.
where
I'm sorry.
the crotch forks out, there'll be a void
Got it.
on the side.
So how much time do you have to do anything special to the crotch to get it to work? Because
I
it's
would've-
isn't it
I-
like
Jesse, I would have bet.
Explained
I would have
out.
bet all the money in my wallet right now that Luke was not going to let crotch go by. I would have bet
Yeah.
everything I had. I was like, in my head, I was thinking, "Let it go, dude. Just let it go."
I mean,
would
I
not
don't hear the
expect
term.
anything less of Luke.
Can we
Mhm.
talk about crotch joints? What is it? Crotch? The crotch of the tree? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, where the branches come together, the crotch.
Uh-huh.
That's what it's called for real.
Yeah, and it's where the wood grain does this.
Okay.
Yeah. So the weight of the tree branches
It's
pulls
not all the
tree
crotch
apart.
does, but
Yeah, typically not. But yeah, the weight of the branches is trying to pull the tree
how's the
in
wood going
half,
good?
and so it grows the grain in a whole bunch of different directions to support it and keep the tree from ripping into pieces.
Oh
And
my
that's your
God.
science lesson, boys and girls.
There you go. Dude, I got the best crotch walnut at Rockler like a year and a half ago. They had a
Yeah,
bin full of
Oh,
it.
I need to
and-
do more woodworking.
Bro, it was the
Damn it, the
dude.
jokes are so much better. I mean, if we're gonna do woodworking at all, it's because the jokes are so much better. Oh,
Oh
jeez.
my God. So
Oh.
yeah.
So, yeah, this weekend surf trap.
Oh, come
Jesse,
on,
you
Jesse.
talk about what you're working on.
Yeah, Jesse, tell us what you're working on.
Ironically,
Does it have to do with anything that we've talked to previously?
Oh dear God. Okay, so I actually my most recent project, Ben, is trophies. Ironically.
Shut up. Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding. I did like an oak base.
Yeah.
And sorry, you can't like see. I talk with my hands. An oak base.
No, I can see it. Yeah.
And I did acrylic, which that was
Do you have a laser?
was a
or
nightmare.
How do you cut your acrylic, or how did you cut your
Laser.
acrylic? Okay, your laser. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I have a 60-watt Ohmtech, and yeah, I have friends that know what the hell they're doing that help me.
Yeah.
So, Patrick Genzel was a huge help to me because he's done
Yeah.
some acrylic stuff in the past. So
He's a
I was
nice
like-
guy.
he's great, but he also did have a 60-watt Ohmtech before he got his Thunder laser. So, I was like, help me.
What were the trophies for? What was the event or whatever?
So my aunt and uncle are big pool players.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, my aunt at one point was like top 50 women in the US
Oh, wow.
for playing pool. So my
For
aunt
playing.
and
There's a
her
lot of
best-
good jokes there.
Yeah. Okay. So my aunt and her
Not about
best-
your aunt. I would not. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying pool in general. Just keep going. I'm sorry.
my aunt and her best friend hosted a pool tournament, and it was basically donations for people that have gone too soon. So
Oh,
for
okay.
whatever
Oh shit!
too soon. So it was kind of cool. But I made 4
That sounds
trophies.
amazing.
Yeah. So they were. I mean, it turned out good. I haven't actually posted them yet. I was kind of waiting for some like pictures because my aunt's gonna send me some like, professional photos of
Oh, nice.
winners with their trophies.
Yes, those are the best.
To include in the reel, but ironically, when I do something that's out of my comfort zone, I do not film it. So in
Really?
the process of learning how to cut acrylic, I was like, I don't need the added stress of like trying to set up a camera and
I get
filming
that.
the whole process. So I have some like finished shots of them, but aside from that, like I didn't really film a lot of the process. Maybe next time, because now I know how to do it.
No, that's awesome. Excuse me. How did you attach the acrylic to the wood?
Just a tiny bit of Star Bond.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Was it like there was a hole that there was like a rod or something that went into like
So I did this is probably not the most efficient way to do it, but I ran like I know how thick my acrylic was, so I programmed, hey, this is the size of my block, and I'm gonna run this laser program like multiple times to get the depth I want.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah.
trophies were like an oval, and then I just like planned like a little rectangle at the bottom.
Mhm.
So the rectangle just went into the wood.
Nice.
And then I just used a little bit of Starbond. The thing with acrylic that I learned is that you have to be very, very careful what you clean it with. Or
Like
it's spiders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What
How'd you
happens?
learn that?
What happens to the acrylic? I mean, I'm confused. What happens? I've never worked with acrylic really.
So I don't know. I know there's two different kinds of acrylic. There's like compound, or there's two different types of acrylic. One is better than the other for lasering.
Oh, it's like one is like a composite and like the other's like pressed plastics or something.
Yes, composite or pressed. I don't know what I got, but it was the only thing I could find locally because I messed up like 17,000 like errors trying to figure this out. But if you use even like, you can't use alcohol, you can't use denatured alcohol, like it'll just like it'll spider.
Okay, so when you I was going to ask you, when you used the Starbond, that means you couldn't use the accelerator on it?
I did not use the accelerator. No.
Okay, because I was curious
like
if you
drops.
Okay, because Luke knows when you like the 3D prints, like if you spray that plastic with the accelerator, it ruins it. You know what I mean? So that's why I was just curious what you did. I learned that the hard way.
You know what though? The Total Boat one doesn't do that.
You told me,
right?
I heard you say that, and I'm like, fuck, I got to get some of that stuff, dude.
Yeah, because the sprayer isn't an aerosol. I think it's the aerosol.
That could be. Because it's probably alcohol or something.
I think it's. I don't know. I have a couple dumb theories that I'm sure aren't true, right? Not even worth saying out loud. Okay, but all I know is the Total Boat one doesn't do that.
Well, that's awesome. So are you making more of these? Are they doing this pool events? Are they doing them more often, or was this just like a one-off thing?
Well, my aunt told me she goes, save this file for next year, and I was like,
oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, I'll have to post it because I suck at posting like new stuff. I have like 1 million hours of content that is like so old, and I try to keep things in order. So everything I post is like 4 months old. But
yeah, I posted another video of this of myself sanding another trophy base, and it didn't do very well because I realized I just posted myself sanding a trophy base like last week. Like people are like, why do you keep posting the same thing?
I don't think it works like that, dude.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Instagram now is just spray and pray. Like that's
I mean, like, dude, I've been throwing when I started putting less effort in and throwing pasta against the wall is when things started going great for me. So
I don't know.
I
don't know. I maybe it's just I'm bored of seeing the same thing. I'm like, Ben, post something different. But that's what I'm doing though. Like now I'm in the trophy business. So like, what else am I? I'm not making anything else.
I mean,
so,
you
like,
started the cutting board business, and now you are changing the game again, bro.
Yeah.
You just have to be the IDGAF. Like, just go for it.
I tried to do the thing where you like, just do a reel, like not like, just talking into the camera and do a reel that way. And that tanked also. So I was just like, what are you going to do?
DJ and I just don't post.
Oh, yeah. That's one way.
Yeah, I got a problem turning my camera on. Like, I got a whole bunch of other things that I'm juggling mentally while stabbing sharpened steel into a giant block of wood that's spinning at like 800 RPM. It slips my mind to hit that button.
I need to pull out the lathe again. I haven't turned anything in a minute. So, but
it's the most fun you can have in a workshop with your pants on. That's all I'm saying.
I can vouch for that. It's probably true.
What What do you got to do to the crotch wood to make it work?
Well, see, the thing is
Well-
manipulating the crotch wood into position on the machine is really the part that you sweat the most
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
After that, it's a delicate dance.
So do you
of
have your
making
shirt on or
sure that
no?
when you're presenting your tool,
You have to wear a shirt when turning, dude. You cannot, dude. That would be the most uncomfortable feeling, like turning wood shirtless. Oh
but
god.
the problem is that like I used to giggle. There's a professional turner by the name of Ashley Harwood.
Oh, yeah.
She's an extremely big deal.
Yeah,
And
I
in
know,
all of
I
the
know, I've heard
videos,
her.
she turns in a black turtleneck or like a Sterling Archer tactile neck, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is like I used to giggle about it, and like it's one thing for consistency of image and all, but like I learned really quick by trying to wear an apron while turning that like a turtleneck is perfect. And then I went down a rabbit hole of Alibaba trying to find, because I'm not a small man, right? One that was made out of like moisture wicking material, so
You're
that I
missing a
could have
huge business
essentially
opportunity.
a dickie here, right? But then I'd also be, staying nice and cool, and I wouldn't have chest hairs and belly buttons and, bits and bobs covered in dust and chips, because it goes everywhere.
It goes everywhere.
You're missing a huge business opportunity here. If that's what it's like to turn wood, man, you need to come up with a wood shop version of a mock turtleneck, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's just you just slip it over your head, right? Maybe it's got a couple spots for tools or some shit.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
like,
no,
or like your glasses, you know?
I seriously think, and you guys, again, you can hear this, and if you want to rip it off, just 20% off the back. That's all I'm asking for. I think
turtlenecks for the wood shop.
jackets,
So smart.
lightweight cycling jackets is the way to go, because they usually have like Lycra on the sleeve, right? And then they zip up, and like a lot of times they're waterproof, and then they have pockets on the back, and you don't get shavings on your back, and it's like somebody was thinking there.
Sleeves,
And
though. Sleeves aren't safe in turning. TJ,
Well,
you know
again,
that.
all I want to do is redesign it. So you remember those trucker jackets, like from the 90s, or
Wait, are
probably
you talking about like the bicyclist, like the cyclist jackets?
yeah, cyclist jackets. I think are really close.
Did
but
you
I want
have
to make
one before you did the wood turning? Like, are you a
Yeah,
cyclist too?
Yeah. So once upon a time, I used to manage the Trek bicycle store of St. Louis, and then I actually built a second retail location for them.
All right, that's interesting.
Yeah, and so I did like 2 years without a car, give or take.
Holy shit!
Yeah, just I'm like I owned a
Calves are
car. I
huge.
didn't drive it.
Your calves must be huge.
But yeah, Jesse, there's another layer to the onion peeled away.
Jesse's like,
I'm like,
I immediately
it's
regretted
just-
this.
It's funny to me because people don't know all the layers of TJ, and just when you think you like have it figured out, he's like, "Huh, guess what I did?" And you're like, "What? That's not true." No, it's true. It's just
That's always good in a co-host, Jesse. That's always good to have in a co-host. Something that you always keeps you on your toes. Keeps you guessing. You know what I mean? I have that in Luke.
I'm always
like-
going to remember him as the dude who introduced me to crotchwood
Yeah.
so
or wood crotch.
so Ben, your my TJ is to your Luke.
Oh yes.
So I feel like we are kindred spirits, and we are going to have a wonderful time on Saturday. With that being said, we are basically at an hour, and I was like, we don't have a whole hour. It's fine. We can just
Where's
go
the
as long as we
clock?
want.
Okay.
We
But yeah, so
generally
we do probably need to take another lap through our sponsors.
Yes. I
Just
need to
real
pack.
quick for everybody who's made it to the end of the episode, and we normally have a little special finish to most of our episodes, and we didn't give you guys a pre-show primer on this, so this is going to be majestic, and it may drag the show out another 20 minutes. Considering
I'm
the way
ready for
this is
anything.
going.
let's
So,
go.
Ready for anything.
We've got that going for us, which is really nice. But we do need to thank Hannah over at Surf Prep one more time. Hannah, you give us the leeway to do what we want whenever we want, and for that we're grateful. We also want to remind people that Surf Prep isn't just sanders; they're abrasives. They are just a wonderful company to work with. They're made in the USA. They give generously to charities, which brings us to the next point, which is this weekend out in California. They are having a co-ed social maker meetup. out on their campus. They are going to have, I heard, barrels upon barrels of White Claw, and Ben was actually going to try and dive into it like Scrooge McDuck, and Hannah's going to hold the camera. There will be tacos, there will be raffles, and the raffles will be benefiting Makers for St. Jude, which we have also partnered with on our podcast and have helped them raise somewhere in the neighborhood of 14, probably scraping $15,000 this year out of a $20,000 goal, and it's only the beginning of month six.
Hell yeah.
Which is a delight. We also want to thank Scott over at George Supply Co. If you're going to make Maker Swag, talk to Scott about making a website so that all of your friends, families, and followers can pick up some Maker Swag from Scott over at George Supply Co. That brings me, after that very large breath, yes.
Give them 2 minutes.
Okay, you guys have 2 minutes to effectively answer the following question, which is at the end of every single show.
Wrap this shit up. You get 2 minutes.
At the end of every single show, I like to ask our guests to come up with a motivational thought, an idea, or a reason to motivate our listeners to kick open their shop doors, go make a mess, pick up a tool, get awesome. And if it's just an experience you had this week, if it's a thought that made you not doom scroll and go get awesome, we want to hear it from you. What would you like to tell all of the folks in the audience?
You want to go first, man?
I was.
Are you type to say things up?
No. I was just gonna say, for me, it's just get out there and be creative. You know what I mean? Like that's the main thing. Every day you should be trying to create something. And you know, if it's out in your shop, or if it's like, you know, a smile on somebody's face or something like that, you should always be out there creating something. So I say, go out there, be creative, and you know, put down your phone, put it down. It's there. You don't need it. Get out there and make something.
I mean, you need it to film what you're doing.
No,
though,
dude. You know what, Jesse? I was thinking the same thing. I haven't been filming myself building because it's just it's so much more enjoyable to not worry about it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, just get out there and create. You know what I mean?
You could be just shittily filming yourself like I do.
There you go.
With your Botox face?
Modoc face.
Dude, every time when I flip back and forth with the camera and it gets super close, I feel like Modoc, man. It's like Modoc face. So I get really excited. Sometimes Instagram fixes it. Sometimes it comes back. I don't know. It's cool, though. So,
all right, Luke. So if I'm interpreting what you said correctly, your words of encouragement were, don't worry about how it looks, but do worry about doing it.
Oh, my words of encouragement are basically, you know, I was going to give this whole quote that I love this quote, but the reality of it is just to go have some fun, right? It is fun, like to find what you're passionate, right, about, and get into the shop and explore and experiment and chase some stupid ass idea. Like that, you know, it's an enjoyable time. And if you want to share with your friends, go ahead. And if you don't, fuck them. They don't need to know anyways, right? But yeah, no, I would just say to like, just remember to have some fun, right?
There it
I
is.
agree.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a good time.
Yeah.
I just want to.
People forget that's why they went out to the garage in the first place.
It's Luke in the garage. That's why.
He's right. That's where they'll find me. Sometimes I gotta move my printers to the garage. Anyways,
so thank you to Luke and Ben from the Joinery Podcast for teaming up with Sawdust Talk Podcast for the show tonight. I'm sorry we're going to miss Luke, and I'm sorry we're going to miss TJ this weekend, but Ben, I'm super excited to meet you in person.
Yes.
Give you a squeeze. I will let you touch the beard. Just be gentle.
Ben, ask if you could Tarzan swing on it.
No, it's not.
He could not hold
like
me up.
Like if he stood on a picnic table, right? Can you just like, you know what I mean?
How tall is the beard?
No. He's 6'5".
Oh, I can swing from that then. Come on.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Maybe
All right,
like,
boys and
maybe
girls,
like,
we will see you
maybe
all.
David Miller can put him in like a full Nelson to help pull him back when he does it.
We got to go.
We
dude.
will see
They're
all
trying
of
to wrap it
you
up.
next
Oh,
week.
okay.
Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye, guys.